Our dignitaries are arriving in the hall. Let us welcome them all with grand applause. Today we have with us our chief guest, Dr. Ramkrishna Bhatt sir, along with revered Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, Dr. Milind Pandey sir, Pro Vice Chancellor of MIT World Peace University. Let us give them a big hand and welcome them. Today it is the second session of 29th Philosopher Sant Dnyaneshwara and Sant Shree Tukaram Endowment lecture series. This is an orientation program for all the faculty and staff members of MIT group, where all 7 days we observe right from 7 o'clock in the morning to evening 6 o'clock various dignitaries who speak their mind and they share their knowledge with us. So today it is our second day in this endowment lecture series, and today's topic is religious scriptures, union of science and religion, and the role of religious scriptures. What are religious scriptures? They are nothing but revered texts that are considered to be sacred by the devout of the religion. They are important because they transmit religious faith from one generation to the next. They remind the people and equip them of the God's kingdom and the purpose. In this today's session, our esteemed guest, Dr. Ramkrishna Bhatt, will be delivering on the same topic. As we know, some of the religious scriptures in Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Judaism, Christianity, some of the well-known scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Tripitaka, Quran, Bible, Torah, Hadith, and Talmud, and many more. So how they are related to science? This always remains a question in the mind of all of us. Now, to start with this today's session, we will be starting this session with the World Peace Prayer. May I request all of you to please rise in your seat, fold your hands, and be ready for the World Peace Prayer.
वेद प्रतिपाद्या जय जय स्वसंवेद्या आत्मरूपा देवातुति गणेषु सकलार्थमतिप्रकाशु म्हणे निवृत्तिदासु अवधारि गोदी गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Honorable Dr. Ramakrishna Bhatt sir, Honorable Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, our own MIT World Peace University and our own guide philosopher and the teacher of all of us. We have with us Dr. Rajashree Kadam, Dr. Sunil Pimplikar sir, a senior professor, Dr. Milind Pandey sir, the Pro Vice Chancellor of MIT World Peace University, Dr. Milind Patre sir, who have organized this endowment lecture series. I welcome all of you along with all my colleagues, friends of MIT World Peace University. In this second session of endowment lecture series, where the theme is religious scriptures and the role of religious scriptures in world peace and union of science and religion, I welcome one and all on this day. To start with this session, we will begin this session with the chanting of Omkara. May I request for the chanting of Omkara, Dr. Milind Patre sir and his team.
Because both are Milind, so sometimes people make a difference between Milind Pandey and Patre. So I'm not Milind Pandey, I'm Patre. It's okay. Thank you very much. Indian philosophy is experiential. Actually, philosophy means love for wisdom. Many people think philosophy means something religious. Philosophy means love for wisdom. And Indian philosophy is intensely spiritual in the sense that it wants to experience that vision. That's why it is called as Darshan Shastra also. So how to experience that? Now we cannot see the peace, but we can experience the peace. And hence, in our literature it is said that one of the best way to achieve, to experience that is through the chanting of certain mantras. One of the primordial mantra, the Bija mantra they say is Om. The three syllables A, U and M. And beautifully, A stands for the state of consciousness which is called as Jagrat, wakefulness. U stands for the state of consciousness which is dream, Jagrat, Swapna. And M stands for the state of consciousness which is Sushupti. So Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, that we all experience. But then once we do this chanting of A, U, Ma, Aum for a while, then slowly, steadily we are transported into a state which is called as in Indian philosophy the fourth, Turiya. And Turiya means, you are approaching to the state of Samadhi. And hence in this 728th year of the Sanjivan Samadhi of philosopher Shree Dnyaneshwara, I think it is befitting to experience what the Sant Dnyaneshwar Mauli is in a perennial state. So let us experience that maybe in our own 2-3 minutes of time. I really request everyone again, just drop everything. For 3 minutes, forget who you are, male, female, man, women. Forget about past, present, future. Just be in this all physically, mentally. Gently close your eyes. Please close your eyes gently. Take a relaxed posture. After 2 minutes of Om, keep your eyes closed to experience that deep stillness within you. And I request everyone to participate in chanting of the Om and create the vibrational energy in this Sant Dnyaneshwara hall today. Om, please. Keep your eyes closed. Thank you. You can gently open your eyes. Thank you for participating.
With the blessings from our founder president, Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, we proceed with the session. Today we have with us Dr. Ramakrishna Bhatt sir, who will be sharing. He is an eminent educationist as well as scientist and a learned scholar in philosophy as well. So we have an opportunity to listen to his views on the today's topic. Before we proceed further, let me introduce our today's guest. Dr. Ramakrishna Bhatt, who is a professor at IISER Pune. He has done his MSc from Karnataka University and obtained his PhD degree from Department of Organic Chemistry at IISc Bangalore. He then joined for postdoctoral studies at a Simon Fraser University, British Columbia in Canada. Later, in year 2006, he began his independent career at the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Pune, where he started his career as a professor. His research focuses on organic synthesis and catalysis. He has been actively involved in outreach, educational activities, and teachers' training programs. IISER Pune has conferred on him the Excellence in Teaching in the year 2021. He is also a part of editorial board for Tetrahedron and Tetrahedron Letters, a scientific journal of repute. Dr. Ramakrishna Bhatt had already he has an early exposure to Sanskrit with required knowledge, and he has been reading Upanishads, some Sri Bhagavad Gita, then Darshanas and Bhashya. In order to connect the science and the spirituality, he has been attempting the path of practicing Nitya Naimittik Karma from his senior Nitya Naimittik Karma, meditation, and many other practices. It is the practice which he believes that it brings in the balance in the inner and the outer life of the sphere. He is eminent scholar, as we have seen his educational qualification in the domain of science, as well as he is a practitioner in the domain of religion. Let us hear his thoughts about the interpretation of science, religion, and the religious scripture. Before going to that, as a tradition of MIT World Peace University, we would felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Ramakrishna Bhatt. May I request the dignitaries on the dais and Dr. Karad sir to felicitate our guest, Dr. Ramakrishna Bhatt sir. On behalf of Dr. Karad sir, our Vice Chancellor Dr. R.M. Chitnis sir, Dr. Pimplikar sir, Dr. Milind Patre sir, we welcome you at the MIT World Peace Campus. May I request our chief guest to deliver his speech and enlighten us.
No problem. Namaskar. It's a great privilege for me to be here in this magnificent hall. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
So it's a great pleasure. We say namaste or namaskaraha. So it's a great privilege and it's an honor for me to be part of this magnificent hall and Sant Shree Dnyaneshwara and Sant Tukaram Endowment lecture series. When Professor Milind Pandey invited me through, Milind Patri also called me. Both of them called me and mailed me. It was, I just thought, they're calling me because I can speak something, that's all. And I should thank the Revered Vishwanath Karat sir, who is driving all these things. There's a force behind it. So we always see sometime matter, but then the energy is always behind the matter, and the matter and energy are always closed. And energy cannot be seen, it can be only visualized. And we always go through the matter and try to enter the energy. Can I start off? So, first of all, thank you, sir, and thanks a lot for this wonderful hall. And I should thank all the people, especially faculty here, scientists, and the staff out here to listen to this lecture. But I don't think I'm here to talk anything special, but I can only share my experience. When we say, I come from the Vedic background, I'm a very small person. None of us can talk about the Brahmashri Santa. I have made a small mistake. I think it's there. Where is that slide? So I think none of us are, we can comment on Santa Dnyaneshwara because I don't know. I always, sir says, please call him philosopher, saint, Santa Dnyaneshwara. I just go by my Vedic heritage, Vedika Parampara. I can call him not only Sant, Sannyasi, Darshanika, Brahmarshi, Paramahamsa, Dnyaneshwara, Maharaj. Because I think just calling him Sant is not enough, just calling him philosopher is not enough. I think slides keep moving, going out. I can't see that. Anyway, I can continue that. When we say this today, the title, the madam said, thank you for your introduction. You said scriptures. When we say scriptures, what exactly scriptures are, or what exactly scriptures are? So most of us, we only read little bit. When we say Santa Dnyaneshwara or Santa Tukaram, some of us know something about Santa Dnyaneshwara. Oh, Santa Dnyaneshwara has come almost like 728 years ago, Sanjiva Samadhi. Oh, he has written the Bhashya, that is our Dnyaneshwari, what we say, Bhavartha Deepika. Oh, he has written Amrata Anubhava. How many of us have gone through it? One great sannyasi has told me once that someone went and told him, sir, I have read Bhagavad Gita 10 times. Then the sannyasi replied and told him, oh great, you have read Bhagavad Gita 10 times. How many times Bhagavad Gita has gone through you? I think that's a question all of us have to ask. If I say I have gone through the Dnyaneshwari, fair. But has the Dnyaneshwari has gone through us to enlighten us so that I am become little Jnani? So today when we say that scriptures and all these things, we try to use words very loosely, or we really don't know our own dharma. Again, last time I remember when sir called 3 years ago, I had used the word that we tend to use the translation English words, fair, because most of us may not know, let us say Marathi, we may not know the Dnyaneshwari's times Marathi words, or we may not know the pure Samskrita words, or Vaidika Samskrita words, Vaidika Vangmaya we may not know. We end up in translating and we use English words. Fair, it's okay. But somewhere we lose the essence of those words, and that's what the philosopher to Darshanika or Darshana Sahitya is all about. In India, the philosopher means like if I say that I build a building, make a campus, I have seen this beauty here, you make it like this. This is a philosophy. When I say Darshanika, I should have visualized myself. And there comes our story today. Let me say scriptures and science and spirituality. When we say, I'm a scientist, yes. There are some scientists out here as well. Some of you have so much of experience in your scientific career or engineering career or even in history or geography, whichever the career you are in. When we start connecting science and spirituality and the darshana in Indian context, in India, science and spirituality was never a separate thing. That's what I was talking to Professor Milind Patre as well. I was thanking Professor Havaldar who received me. I was talking the same thing. All of us, including young kids, faculty, staff, all of us, we should stop and pause a while and take a minute and see. And here I have written something. This is what the Sanskrit quote goes. Yeshana vidya natapona danam. Right? I think all of you can read that. Jnanam na sheelam na guno na dharma te mrityu loke bhuvi bharabhuta manushya rupena mrakascharanti. What does it mean? Yesham na vidya na tapo. Tapa means not only the rishi who is sitting below the tree. In Indian context, everything we do is tapa. Everything we do has to be divine. Everything we do has to be the sant or jnani or the darshanika tattva has to be there. That's the difference. I don't want to get into the details and differentiation, but I will try to do. Why does that say? Because when I was talking to senior Reverend Vishwanath Karad sir in his office, we all can see that, he has done a wonderful job, but he said, I'm only a mediator, I am nothing, through me everything is happening, whether it's a dome or the college or the university, now World Peace University, everything is through me, but it's through that God, ultimate God or the Dnyaneshwara, Tukaram, Santa Tukaram, he was saying that. But I don't know how many of you ask the question to yourself, when we make such a big organization, obviously he has a lot of employees over here, a lot of staff there, a lot of students are there. They have to give the salary too because paid puja to zaruri hai. So, and also he is investing a lot of money to run such kind of educational activities. When we say education, we think it is only modern education. But Antaratma, Adhyatma, that is also very important core of the entire our educational system. Right? And then when I remembered this is coming from the Bhagavad Gita. I think you can read this again. Ishtanna bhoga. Vodeva dasyante yajna bhavitaha. Te dattad. I think you can keep reading. Bhagavante snene evasaha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, those who make food for themselves, those who make money for themselves, those who make building for themselves, only eat the papa. But I think, Professor Vishwanath Karad, sir, whatever you have built it, you are giving back to the society. You are part of that punya and you are not part of that papa. And may Bhagavan bless you because you are giving back to this society as per this Bhagavad Gita's quote. And this is the greatest dharma and we all should applaud and we should thank him. And he is part of this Bhagavad Gita's quote that Ishtanna bhoga, only for my ishta, my bhoga, my bhoga, bhotrutva, kartutva. I think then we are not giving anything back. That is only for my power. I think this kind of functions, we may feel that, it's a casual, every year this is happening. I never took in that respect. I thought that it would give me an opportunity to learn more. Also, it would brush it up to others also. So this is what it is, celestial gods being satisfied by the performance of sacrifice. This is the translation of the dana, but truly it is not a sacrifice. So usually you please think about it. When I say, I sacrifice a lot for my son, I sacrifice a lot for my daughter, somewhere some pain would be there, I sacrifice. But dana doesn't have that. Dana doesn't talk about with the pain you give something to someone, with the love you should give it to someone, with the pleasure you should give it to someone. There's a huge difference between dadate iti danaha. So we should think the difference very carefully, and then we use the word. So here it's the same thing. To grant you all the desires, necessities of the light, but those who enjoy what is given to them without making offerings in return are verily thieves. So all of us should learn from this. Oh, this one? Okay, fine. So now let us continue. When we say science and technology and the science, I'm a scientist. Every year whenever I teach, every semester when I teach research and do research, I try to bring the Indian knowledge system, that to the scientific heritage of India. That's a different talks altogether. I'll be giving talks going back to the scientific heritages, giving back references in Sanskrit textbooks. So today I will limit myself to Adhyatma and some spirituality, what we say. Again, translate into spirituality, because which word comes from the West, spirit and the soul are different. Whereas in Sanskrit, Adhyatma means Adhi Atma iti Adhyatmaha. Something is above Atma. You have been covered with the Atma. If I ask all of you, what is in my hand, what you say? I'm sure something you say. Slide changer, pointer. If I say, what you say? Oh, my hand is there. If I ask you what else is there, you say nothing else is there. This is a very small understanding of Adhyatma to begin with. If I show this, you say hand is there. Slide, if I remove hand. But nobody says that hand is visible only when light is there. People ignore light. When I look into the bhoga, I ignored my hand. When I removed this hand and I asked you, what is further? Nobody knows what is that. That is light. Without that prakasha, we can't see anything. That is the bhavartha dipika. That is the saprakasha. That is the swa-atma. So I think if you go further, when we talk about scriptures, I'll come to that. Scientific technologies, advances and challenges. Starting from the Plato, starting from these, science has achieved so many things from last so many thousands of years, but the modern science began somewhere in the 14th to 15th century from European science, which believed in obviously Greek science, but obviously Indians were doing some science, no doubt about that. But we don't teach that. I make it a practice from my life, last 19 and a half years or so in ISA. Every class, without fail, I'm teaching the modern science along with that ancient Indian science, Chinese science, Japanese science, Arab science, and then the West, and so that we have the holistic understanding of what is science is all about. Those sciences achieved tremendously. The question comes here, there is no pain? Obviously there is a pain. There is no greed for earning more money? Obviously there is there. The Plato talks about the same thing. How to recognize morality? Does the science teach morality to us? Does science say which is good, which is bad? Science is neutral. The same way, if the surgeon using the knife to do surgery, in his hands, the knife seems to be doing a great job. But the criminal would use it for something else. The knife is neutral. So science is neutral. It depends whether we use science for good or bad or blasting or maybe bombarding the entire world. So the way we look at it. So people said, primitive humans were afraid of natural calamity, natural force, wind. They could not understand everything. They got afraid and then went behind the mercy. Oh God, there is a God. Is it true? It may not be true. So if everybody was afraid of only natural calamity, they would not have fought for building and protecting themselves. They would not have built homes. They would not have built ships to navigation, that is Navagataha. That means Indians or the West or the East or the entire human race, they were always protecting themselves to some extent, but they always knew that I need to do something beyond, I should think beyond. So when we go further and further, the greater mistake physicians make is that the attempt to cure the body without attempting to cure the mind is the biggest problem. That's what the Plato and others says. Even the Julian Huxley said that human mind has impossible limits. Unlimited possibilities are with the human mind. That's what the greatest of great Indian philosophy comes into picture. This, I talked about it. When the West started thinking about spirituality, when a person is in unconscious state, lying on the bed, Who doesn't move his fingers, body is like almost like dead, brain is dead as for the doctors. Only breathing is there, but sensation is not there. But when they looked into the MRI and other images, they understood when they showed something, when they made him to hear something, his fingers aren't moving. That means there is some part of the brain where it's still keeping some understanding. The consciousness idea started thinking about it, started rising about it. But we go back to 5,000 years of Upanishads, that is part of the Vedas, talked about something called Maha Chaitanya or Chaitanya. I think we should connect that, and then I'll come to the dharma, scriptures, and all these things. Why I should say this, I will come to that. So then melding begins. I don't want to get into the greatest of great philosophers who talked about why we need to meld science and philosophy. Please think about this. When I say that we should differentiate some of the English words which have been used loosely, which led to a lot of issues, we should think little carefully, and we have to be very smart. When you say scriptures, most of us, I'm not saying that all of us, most of us, we take it lightly or granted some of the Darshana Sahitya. Pune has been a great source, starting from great Bhandarkar, P.V. Kane, some of the great Bhandarkar Institute, Balagangadhara Tilak. Outstanding people came, and we should take more and more from them and get inspired from them. Why I'm telling this is, many a time, life, we take it very lightly and loosely and goes on, life goes on. Today, Professor Milind Patre was talking to me that Professor Vishwanath Karad gets up early, comes here during these days, 5:30, 6 o'clock, he sits for the yogasana, then he listens to the talk, then he rushes back, then he goes, then takes very little rest, then he rushes back to Alandi, goes to the dome, then he spends time again there, and again comes back, goes around 11 o'clock, gets back in the morning again. And when we say at this age, what is driving must be that nitya naimittika karma with a certain attitude that I should do this, because the driving force is this Maharaj or this Sant or this spirituality, this Om. And that is driving, and great, I really say great about this. It's not easy. I'm not praising you. Maybe when we reach your age, whether we will get up like that and we'll come back and we go back and run Alandi, I really don't know that. So little things we should take from everything. That is called Hamsa Kshiranyaya or Nira Kshiranyaya. Mix milk and water. The Rajahamsa will take only the milk and give away the water. Pick up good things from everybody. So we'll go further. And I told you this Western world and the Eastern world, I had touched upon this, but then I will not go into that. What is that Aristotle talked about? The Greek philosophy talked about hylomorphism. Everything is physical entity. Everything is made of matter and mind. Even the brain. Always Professor Vishwanath Karad sir asks, what is their brain? What is in the brain? What is in the mind? What is ultimate reality? West always thought everything has to be material. Everything has to be made up of material. But the Eastern world somehow thought, interestingly, that Nama Rupa. Yes, material is there. There is a beyond material. Our Purusha Prakriti, Sankhya Yoga comes into picture. Our Vedic system is quite complex. It's like a huge hathi, andha touch karta hai, apna explain karta, maine ye touch kiya, wo touch kiya. So hence, the complete Darshana Sahitya is important. Even though many of you know, I think I'll quickly give you a little bit of idea. I don't know how many of you know. I'm pretty sure Pune crowd is very smart crowd. I know Pune is a cultural capital of Maharashtra. Pune has a great history of Samskrita. I told you Bhandakara and all these things. How many of us really differentiate Shruti and Smriti? I have been hearing many faculty, colleagues, friends, and come and confuse me and asking a lot of questions, and then mix up a lot of things, mix up many things. So this is where I want the scriptures to be, or the Shastra to be read properly. Pick up one book, see the translation version, end up in making a confusion and conclusion, and then lead to the next person and ask the question, oh, if Bhagwan is everywhere, why should I remove shoe and go to the temple? This is a confused question, because without knowing understanding of the proper scriptures and dharma. Now again, dharma means religion. I'm very sorry, please don't use this translation. Dharma is not religion. Pantha, mata is religion. Dharma is eternal. I will bring that into the picture a little later. So when we get into this, what is Shruti and what is Smriti? I think all of you know about it. Shruti is Vedas. Why we call it as Shruti? Why we are calling Veda as a Shruti? Shruti means heard. So, okay, he said Darshana. Santa Dnyaneshwara, sitting there since morning to evening, he chanted Om, and he went to Turiya. I think my suggestion to all of you, please don't spend whole day, because you will end up in getting Vairagya. So, the reason is, in our scriptures, they clearly told, get Vairagya and then sit for whole day. Not that to get the Vairagya, sit for whole day. Because we have some scientific understanding about Shastra. How many nadis we had told? We told 72,000 nadis, 72,000 nadis are there. So how many Gayatri one can make? 50,000, 20,000, 6,000? मैं बैठ सकता हूँ सुबह 5 बजे उठ के शाम तक 10 बजे तक. क्या किसने रोका मेरे लिए? है ना? No, you can't do more than 3,000. Why? How many aksharas? 24 letters means what? Into how many times I have to do? So that how many nadis are touched into? These are all parampara aane wala shastra hai. So when we say this Om, Om eka akshariti brahma, oh, akshara brahma hi Om hai. Om eka aksharam. He told Uma. How many of us know in the Veda? The first akshara of the Rig Veda starts with Agnimi purohitam yajnasya ritvijam hotaram ratnadhatamam. Starts with the And what is this, Yajurveda? E to U. E, Rig Veda ends with E. U it starts, and then not just Ma. That is Nasika. It goes to Urdhva. Urdhva Mukha. That's why we talked about the Bijakshara like Hrim, Om, Hari, Hara. All are going in the Urdhva Mukha. The aksharas are going, the sounds are going in the urdhva mukha, means heading into the brain. That means you are getting into the last, starting from the Mooladhara chakra to Sahasrara chakra if you want to go. Nothing is unscientific. Now coming to the point of Shruti. How many of you heard about the Panchamahabhutas? I will come to that. We'll quickly go. And then I think I'll explain to you. Okay, next. I think this slide changer is not working. So even if it is not working, I will speak like this, no issue. When we say Shruti, when we say Smriti, when the Vedas or Veda, many people make a mistake, Vedas हम बोलते हैं. Vedas because हमने Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda 4 portion में बना दिया. But Veda means obviously knowledge of highest order, translate करता है. Again, sir told knowledge and wisdom. Vishwanath Karat sir told just in the office, knowledge and wisdom. With wisdom, Shruti, we have Pancha Mahabhutas and we have Pancha Tanmatra. And what is Tanmatra? What is Pancha Mahabhuta? So can we discuss about that? So in the Bharatiya Jana Parampara, when I say, I will quickly jump upon. So what is Pancha Mahabhuta? All of us know, right? Everybody knows Pancha Mahabhuta. Arey sir, we know this. What are those? Prithvi, Bhumi, Jala, Agnihi, Vayuhu, Akashaha. This is an order. Then what is Panchatanmatra? Akashat Vayuhu. I will come to that. Akasha has only one Tanmatra, that is Shabda Tanmatra. Akasha has only sound. We can't see anything. Is Akasha has any Rupa? Blue sky. It is not its sky. It is not its Rupa. Then comes the Vayuhu. Vayu has Sparsha as well as sound. Shabda and Vayu is Sparsha. Then comes the Agni. Agni has 3 Tanmatra. Traya Tanmatra. What is that? Sparsha, Shabda, Rupaha. Then comes the Jala, which has the Ruchi, taste. That has the taste also, Rupa also. Then comes the Prithvi, Mitti, Mranmaya. It has all the Tanmatra, including obviously Rupa, Gandha, Sparsha, Gandha also. Jala did not have Gandha. Now Pancha Tanmatras are connected to Pancha Bhutas, Pancha Mahabhutas. Now if you connect to Pancha Mahabhuta and you say Akasha Tattva has only Shabda Tanmatra. So now if you say, oh, mother, the lady who is pregnant, expecting to be mother, they said, listen to some good things, because the baby has a sense to listen, because she is in amniotic liquid. Nothing is there except the ear. That is the only one Shruti he or she can hear in the amniotic liquid. Shruti becomes most important. Now you can understand why Shruti is important for the baby within the body also. But rest everything is connected to the five senses only, including this. Now the Panchatanmatra, now we say when he went to tapasya or, he heard something. This is in the Indian context only we have this. That's why we told Apaurusheya. Apaurusheya means, which is not told through human being. It is not, we don't even say it is Bhagavan ka shabd, Bhagavan ne kya bola. No, it is you heard. Why? Because this Veda mantra are there already in the air. That is what the Vedas says. Now if you have all of your mobile, Airtel, Jio and everything, I think waves are everywhere, Jio and Airtel waves. But only your mobile can ring. Because you have that sensor, you have that receiver. So when you reach that level, you start hearing that. Today, whatever I am talking, I told Professor Patre, Manasa Vacha Kaya. That's what Vedas said. What I speak, I should think. What I think, I should speak and I should act. If I have a difference, that means I am no more in the right path of dharma. So today, if I am speaking something as the smallest of small human beings, I am in the practice for the last 30 years or more than that. I'm only a little bit I've experienced in my life, I'm telling this. Don't think that I'm coming and giving you some fundamentals or the principles that I know jnani, nothing. None of us are mahajnanis. It's very difficult to be jnani. Jnani means all of us think we are knowledgeable. That jnana is different from this sujnana, prajnana, vishishta jnana. They are all different words. So when we come to this, so here, vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shunichaiva shopakecha panditaha samadarshinaha. What does that mean? It clearly says translate. He truly learned with the eyes of divine knowledge. See the equal Brahmin. Someone translated it like this. So some of us think, Brahmin means a caste. Khatam ho gaya baat. Translation is gone. Vidya vinaya sampanne. Vidya and avidya, there are two things. Paravidya, aparavidya. What is paravidya? Understanding the Brahma Tattva. That is what Santa Shree Tukaram or Dnyaneshwara reached. They're all Brahmajnanis. We don't have even ability to comment and talk about Brahmajnanis and Rishis and Brahmarshis. We can't even talk. We can only think about them. We can only try to walk in the path. These people, Brahmam anatiti Brahmanaha, Brahma ko pakadne wala, Brahma jnaan ko pakadne ki koshish karne wala, or Brahma jnaan aane ke baad Brahmanaha. So that is the Varna we are talking about. Gavi hastini, गाय हो, हाथी हो, shuni means of dog हो, or shwapake, even eating the meat of the dog. Panditaha samadarshinaha. Who are these pandit? So many surnames pandits are there. So all are pandit only. No. Panda iti panditaha. In the Sanskrit dhatu, nirukti. Pandam. आत्म अनात्मक विवेक तत्व को डिफरेंस करने वाला ही पंडित है. Why? Panditah samadharshinaha. I will see in all of you, including the pigeons which are flying, I see the God within everywhere. That is called samatma bhava. I can see here his vision that he has put Judaism, Sikhism, Jainism, Zoroastrianism, Bahaism, Islam, Christianity. He says that everybody is one because he is seeing through the lens of Paratattva, beyond everything. That is the full energy and material. And that is one Paratattva only for everybody. Many of us get confused. In Hinduism, we have 33 crores of gods. Bahut Bhagavan hai. No, we have only one Bhagavan. We have only one Parabrahma. We have only one Paramatma. But unlike others, he or she or it can manifest in any forms. So Basavanna, I could see here, Basaveshwara or Basavanna, I could see. Basavanna says, it's in Kannada, it says that, avaravara bhakutike, your bhakti, what bhakti you have, ಅವರವರ ತತ್ವಕ್ಕೂ ಇರುತಿಹನು ಶಿವಯೋಗಿ. ಹರನಿಗೆ ಹರನಾಗಿ, ಹರಿಗೆ ಹರಿಯಾಗಿ. If you say Shiva is Parabrahma for you, he will come in the form of Shiva. If you say Vishnu, Vishnu. If you say Allah, maybe Allah. If you say Ram, Ram. Because that ultimate tattva, matter and energy. He asked one question, very permanent question. Is matter important or energy important? He asked long back once. We should say both are important. Energy leads to matter, matter leads to energy. But the most crucial one is the energy, because that is the Shiva Tattva and the Shakti which drives, and Shiva and Shakti never separate. And the matter leads to energy, energy leads to matter. That's then we connect it to Sir says E is equal to mc square. Then we think, oh, hum sab bol diya, humne sab bol diya. No, we are not saying Einstein jo bola, humne bola. We are not saying that. But what we say that understanding of para, apara, Shakti, Shiva, Vishnu, Vaishnavi, Drashya, Adrashya, Vyakta, Avyakta, Para, Apara, that's all one in the union. And if you see one, that is called super consciousness, the Maha Chaitanya, ultimate reality, what we talk about. Now, when we talk about science and scriptures, we again end up in confusing. I will come to that. So, this when we talk about Darshana Sahitya, Veda, Upanishads, people think it is different. It is part of the Veda only. Because Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, obviously, Upasana Kanda, Bhakti are then Upasana Kanda, then finally Jnana Kanda. The Jnana Kandas are the highest epitome of knowledge, which does not differentiate Bhagavan with any form. So now we should understand in our scriptures, our dharma, we have very interesting thing, but technically no one has that. We have three types of understanding of ultimate reality. One is Nirguna Nirakara. Another one is Saguna Nirakara. Third one is Saguna Sakara. Now if I ask you, all of you, Professor Pathan and we had discussion long back, if all of you, some of you feel hungry, am I right? And what I will do, sir, I heard he gives breakfast every day in the morning. I was shocked. He said that every faculty staff come here and he is feeding for last so many years everybody breakfast. I'm shocked that he is giving breakfast also. Okay, everybody is hungry after yogasana. If you are hungry, you feel hunger, no? Can anybody show the hunger? That means it doesn't exist. But hunger is there. If he feels hunger, you feel hunger, I feel hungry. Who satisfies the hunger? Food. Annam. Anna means not rice, food in Sanskrita. Now the rice has gone to our stomach. Now Anna is what? It's energy or matter? Matter, energy, both. Anna has gone to the stomach. Santrapta, Annadata, Sukhi Bhava. Oh, ajata suddenly. So then the Anna became, we know that next day we has gone, but the energy has come to us. Can anybody show the energy? Mango became you. Bhakri became me. Whatever I ate, I became what I am. Where the food has gone. Now this is the understanding of Annam. The food is Saguna Sakara. I can see and I can sense it. The hunger, I can't see, but I can sense, that is Saguna Nirakara. The energy which transforms and makes me or you or anybody is Nirguna Nirakara. Today I am talking to you through this mic. Electricity is running through it. I can't see, but you sense it. Abhi current zali. Mic cut gaya to current zali. But electricity is behind it. The same electricity runs the fridge, oven, everything. Now that means there is someone who is running everything, but then expressions are different. Heat is there. Fridge is giving cool inside, but outside it throws the heat. One side cool, one side heat. That now why that change is happening? That means now the electricity which I can't see is in Nirguna Nirakara. When I can see the thunder and the lightning, I can see Sagunas. Through this, I can't see, but I only see the Guna. So first we should understand this concept of Sanatana Dharma, understanding the Paramatma or Paratattva in different ways is exceptional. You can fit into anything. The Paramatattva can be she, he, it. I leave it to you. So now if that is true, now I think it is going quicker and quicker somehow, I don't know. Now if that is true, now we should differentiate to make it more simple. In Sanatana Dharma, multiple pathas are there. Pantha, patha. जो path मैंने लिया, that became pantha. So Vishwanath Karad's path leke hum aaye, it became Karad's her path. Because he made this road, he made this everything. Tomorrow people say, oh, Professor Vishwanath Karad's marg, path. Madhva's marcha, Madhvacharya's patha, Madhva Siddhanta. Shankaracharya's, Adi Shankaratin Siddhanta, Advaita Siddhanta, Dvaita Siddhanta, Vishishta Dvaita Siddhanta, Veda Veda Siddhanta, Shakti Vishishta Dvaita Siddhanta. They are all patha. They are all religions. They are all part of the same Maha Upanishads only, right? Now if you want to achieve, if you want to become like, or if any one of us want to become like the greatest of great Santa Dnyaneshwara, Maharashtrians should feel proud of him because the 12th century, 13th century, he gave the Sant Dnyaneshwari to us. It's not easy. Bhashya is not easy. Okay? Translation may be different, but Bhashya is very, very difficult. Like Adi Shankaracharya Bhashya, Madhva Bhashya. It's not easy. Amrutanubhava. He felt out what is Amrutanubhava. When we go, if you want to go in the path of Paratattva and Vairagya Tattva, then the story of Bhartrahari comes into picture. I will not get into the story of Bhartrahari because it's quite amusing and exciting, because Bhartrahari as a king had an interaction with his Nartaki. And the great Rishi comes and gives the fruit to Nartaki. Nartaki gives it to someone and comes back to Bhartrahari. Finally, the big story, Bhartrahari becomes Vairagi. He said, no, there is no point in life. I will quit everything. I will go to forest. He retired to forest. Then he says that, Bhoge roga bhayam kule chuti bhayam vittendra palad bhayam maune daina bhayam bale ripu bhayam jaraya bhayam shastre vadhi bhayam gune khala bhayam karye kunta bhayam. ऐसा जाता है सर्वा vastu bhagavam bhuvi nranam vairagyameva bhayam. What does that mean? He says that bhoge roga bhayam. I want to eat 10 jalebi. डर लगता है डायबिटीज तो ना आ जाए. एक के पीछे एक छुपा है. कुले च्युतिभजम, कुल के बारे में बोलता हूं, मैं महाकुल का हूं. उसके पीछे भय है, मेरा कुल का कहीं च्युति तो ना हो जाए. वित्ते नृपाल भयम, इतना पैसा बनाया, चोर कब आके लेके जाएगा. वाद विवाद का भय, मेरे से अच्छा वाला आके मेरे को हरा सकता है, मेरे से अच्छा टीचर होगा, मेरे से अच्छा साइंटिस्ट होगा. हर थिंग अच्छा से बाहर का है. नौ सर्व वस्तु भवायम भवी नृणाम, ये भूमि में वैराग्य एक ही अभय है. दैट द संत ज्ञानेश्वर ऑल दिस पीपल टुक, बिकॉज सब कुछ वैराग्य, नथिंग दे नीड इट. बट ऑल ऑफ अस कैन वी डू इट? कैन वी गिव अप एवरीथिंग MIT and go? We can't, because we have family, friends, everything. Now comes, if it is the vairagya marga, if it is the nirukti, other marga, so we can't do everything, we can't go in that path every day, then what to do? Then comes the another part of the Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, that's Upanishad only. Okay, you cannot go in that marga because it's not necessary. We have what he told. He said when he got the, in the University of Utah, he was saying that he sees the union in the diversity, and also he sees the divine in diversity, and then diversity in union. And he said, beauty within. That's exactly it is here. Now the Karma Yoga comes into picture, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga, and finally Jnana means Vishishta Jnana, Brahma Jnana, not my Jnana, your Jnana, chemistry Jnana. No, that is not the Jnana, that is the Vidya, knowledge, yes. That is not the Brahma Jnana, when I can see everybody one. I can't see, oh, he is from this, he is from that. Okay, so now if I start going in Karma Marga, now what is Dharma? Dharanat Dharma. Holding the entire society for the betterment is the dharma. Dharma is not religion. Dharanas dharma. There are two things again in the scripture. Sahaja dharma, samanya dharma, vishesha dharma. सच बोलना है, झूठ नहीं बोलने का, किसी को मारना नहीं है, किसी को ठगना नहीं है, किसी को ये हर धर्म, हर religion बोलता है. Am I right? Everybody says don't cheat, don't kill, don't say bad. This is samanya dharma in our understanding that All of us do that. There is no difference. But Vishesha Dharma is different. You are a guru. You are a teacher. You have your dharma. You cannot discriminate based on who is he, who is she. That is Vishesha Dharma. Someone is a warrior, is in the war field, in the border. He has his warfare, Kshatriya Dharma. That is a Vishesha Dharma for him. Understand this and we will go. Now Santa Anubhava, Amrutanubhava, Santa Dnyaneshwara talks about this. How I can see everything in Advaita Siddhanta. Two different things, but I can see one. Right? Two lutes, one note. Two flowers, one fragrance. Two lamps, one light. Two lips, one sound, Om. Asema. So this is where everything comes to Ardhanarishwara Tattva, Prakati Purusha Tattva. That is called the Sankhya Yoga. Right? Whereas Advaita said, oh, everything is within one. Now, I will not take more than 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes. Adi Shankaracharya clearly says in his beautiful Shiva Manasa Stotra, he is worshipping Shiva or the ultimate through his mind. He says that Atma Tvam Girijamati Hissachara Prana Shariram Graham Pujate Vishayo Bhoga Rachana Nidra Samadhistiti Sanchara Padayo Padakshina Vidhi Stotrani Sarvagiro Yad Yad Karma Taddadakhilam Shambho Tavaradhanam. हमको लगता है एक श्लोक है. What he says? He says that मेरा आत्मा, that परतत्व जो है, हे शिवा, हे परमात्मा, हे परब्रह्मा, that is you, that is my atma, ultimate. That is ultimate reality, who is driving all of us. That is called Mathakasha, Ghatakasha. This building is covering the Akasha, isn't it? All of your offices, Professor Pathan sir office, Professor Patre sir office, all of us can go. Imagine I remove the building because they thought I will revamp and the 4 walls हटा दिया. आकाश कहाँ गया? जहाँ था उधर ही है. That is that Paratattva in everybody's body. That's what he said, that Girija Mati, Parvati, Shakti is your my Mati. Pujate Vishaya, all your bodies are all your Gana, Shiva Ganas. Nidra, Samadhi Sthiti, Nidra Samadhi mein jaye. Mera Nidra hi aapka Samadhi ka sthiti hai. I'm talking today with the great request and the kind invitation from Vishwanath Kharad sir. ये जो मैं बोल रहा हूं, मैं सोचूंगा ये कर्म योग बने, मेरा प्रेयस के लिए ना बने, मेरा एप्रिसिएशन के लिए ना बने, then I am part of that karma yoga. And then मेरा पथ मैं walk कर रहा हूं, that should become the pradakshina because Bhagavan is everywhere. If that is true, sanchara padayo, har path patha मैं लगा रहा हूं, that is pradakshina vidhi. You don't need to go and sign. That is called the Nirguna Nirakara Tattva. And when we talk about this puja, mandir, that is Saguna Sakara, all of us have to think about Agama Shastra. We have forgotten here in the northern part of India. Called Agama Shastra. Okay, we will go further. We will just stop here. That is Karma Yoga. Yat Karoshi means जो जो काम आप करते हो, आपको ये भगवद गीता में है. यत जोहोशी, ददा से यत, हर थिंग जो खाना पीना देना दूसरों को देना, समझो you are giving to me. That's what Bhagavan Krishna says. प्राणापान समान युक्तः पचान्यान्नम चतुर्विधम. खाना भी मैं ही डाइजेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, खाना ही मैं हूँ, हर थिंग मैं ही हूँ. That means everything you do in the interest of God. I will stop it here, I think, with time, because a lot of slides are there. But I think quickly I will say that I will not get into lot of Upanishads, Mundaka Upanishads and all these things. I will just say that great Santa Dnyaneshwara, what he has told, I think all of you can read. I think Jethe hain, I think you can read it, where the golden ornament that you wear, all of you ladies are having different ornaments. Gold ring is different from gold necklace, and gold watch is different, everything is different. But the Brahmajnani thinks only gold. There is no difference between gold necklace. Paratattva is gold only. Actually, the great our Kanakadasa, he said that Ni Maya Yalago Ninnolu Mayayu, means are you in the Maya or is Maya within you? So it goes on in the same with Santa Kabir. And then I will thank all the Rishi Parampara that dedicated this talk as a Karma Yoga. What you do every day, at least my last message, 1 minute, all of us. If I am teaching, think that it is with the greatest cost to the God, Bhagavan. If you are bathing your small baby, think that I am bathing the Bhagavan Krishna. I am cooking the food, oh, this is for the God. If someone comes to you for home for tea, don't curse and give it, because Agni is sitting in that stomach as Vaishwanara Agni. Think that I'm giving food to the Vaishwanara Agni, not this lady I'm giving food or a chai. If you do it, you're going away from the Paratattva. Every action you do, you think that I'm doing karma. So many people say, I work hard 15 hours per day, I'm a karmi yogi. No, you're not karma yogi, you're a karmi. Karma yoga means seeing everything in divine form. So this lecture is dedicated to all the great Rishi Parampara from 5,000 years or more. And the greatness of Sanatana Dharma is seeing one in everything and everything in one, and no discrimination difference. And we, without understanding the scriptures, without understanding the proper word, create a lot of rakas and hakt. Please, we should stop this, and let us just pray to Sant Dnyaneshwara for his great blessings for all of us. And may Bhagavan bless Professor Vishwanath Karat, give 100 years, what we say, Shata Ayushi, means Shate Bunje, Shate see, 100 years see, 100 years eat, 100 years hear properly. So may Bhagavan bless all of us and all of you. Let it cherish like this. If I have taken more time, please forgive me. Thank you so much. I could do something.
Such a wonderful presentation of strength of the Vedic Parampara. I'm sure this has come up through the practice of Vedic Parampara as a religious routine. Thank you so much, Dr. Bhatt. I'm sure your classes must be so interesting, and we are not actually enough of this class today, and we expect many more such classes from you. You have so nicely and seamlessly told us about the balance of Antaratma and Adhyatma, which our revered Dr. Karat sir has been trying to inculcate for last 29 years. And decoding of Maha Chaitanya through the brain functioning and the memory. Thank you for such a wonderful speech, sir. Now I request our Acharya Shrestha, UNESCO chairholder, Vishwadharmi revered Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir, our founder, president, and the chief patron and the president, to deliver his presidential address.
Friends, what a good fortune for all of us to listen to Dr. Ramakrishna, but I think it has been so appropriate and so fitting, befitting to the mission of what this institution stands for. The mission and the vision which has been written in the first page when this MIT institution was started. I think Dr. Ramakrishna, from the bottom of heart, with the passion and fire in his belly for the cause, he spoke wonderful words of giving the appropriate understanding and the spiritual component and the scientific component for the well-being of the mankind. And as if he has been like an unique great ambassador to champion this noble cause of peace through the appropriate understanding of science, religion or spirituality and philosophy. I don't feel like elaborating much, but as I have been given one hint by our Vice Chancellor, it has been also very fortunate because our country is celebrating the Constitution Day of India in the name of Baba Sahib Ambedkar. And that is the day I had forgotten this aspect, but I am grateful. It's nothing but a duty, the religion itself. What is the religion? It's nothing but to perform one's own duty, the duty toward the mother, the father, the family, the society, the nation and the whole world. And that's what Mother India stands for. That's what India has been trying to give a message to the whole world community. And what a good fortune. Such a learned scholar, thinker, philosopher, whatever words you can think of. I was very eager to listen to him because I had the fortune of listening him. What was the occasion? National Scientist Roundtable Conference, which was held before, I think, 5-6 months. I had heard him for about 5-7 minutes, very short time. But today it has been highly revealing that तपस्या जिसे बोलते हैं ना, तपस एक जीवन समर्पित करने की बात होती है. He has been trying to devote his entire life for the cause. बहुत अच्छा लगा कि ये संत ज्ञानेश्वर हॉल, मुझे याद आती है, this very hall where we are sitting is a small monumental model which has been very scientifically and spiritually oriented design. I still remember, you know, that I have been a very not an architect, not qualified, but I have my own understanding. Let me tell you, these 12 pillars, there are 12 pillars at the base depicting 12 rasis. On the top of it, there are 27 pillars depicting 27 nakshatras. ये भविष्यवाणी की बात नहीं, ये very scientific and spiritual understanding of the very life system or the universe, understanding of the universe which is said, the ultimate reality and the ultimate truth. You know that we have an equation, force F, any two masses with M1 and M2. There is a relationship, force F is proportional to K times M1 into M2 upon R square. The force between the two masses. And this whole building or this whole Dnyaneshwara library building is based on this very important scientific principle. And you will not believe that I still remember when in 83 we started this buildings here, the corporation, and there was one gentleman known as Keskar, who was the director of the town planning of Maharashtra. I still remember that when I had gone to meet him for the permission, he said, how much land you need for engineering college? See the beauty, the director of town planning asking me that how much land you need for an engineering college that time. And I said, sir, University of Pune has 300 acres of land. Madras, IIT Madras has 400 acres. So many things I said, so we will need at least 100 acres. So whether you have money, पैसा कहाँ से लाओगे भाई? मैं तो टीचर था. My pay was hardly 350 rupees per month. But he asked this question, but I was really feeling very ridiculed by this answer and question. And this very land has been donated by one gentleman, Dr. Suresh Gaisas, and his family. But you will not believe I'm deviating the subject a little. But this is also the philosophy of what life stands for and how the things take place. You will not believe this family has given this land absolutely not charging a single rupee. Till today, for the last 40 years, they have not, and they have never uttered that they have given the land. When they were asked the question, how do you feel now? There was some interview taken by the electronic media. तो he said कि जब हमने ये ज़मीन दी थी तो ये मट्टी और पत्थर थे, आज उसका कण कण का सोना हो गया है. But see his mind, his greatness. And thereafter this whole land was really in the green zone. How this, every time, the whole thing, if you see the story of what MIT is, it has a very divine intervention by that Almighty. What do you mean by Almighty? What do you mean by God? What do you mean by the ultimate reality, the ultimate truth? The words like consciousness, and starting the schools of consciousness to ultimate reality. These all things which are being discussed, and we are trying to understand from Ramakrishna the very essence and philosophy behind science, spirituality. And see the beauty that this building came only because there was no permission being given by the corporation. Almost half of it was under green zone. This was under green zone. But I met somebody and then they gave us the permission. And the first building design, it was just one line circle and 12 pillars I had put up. It has no designer, no architect, no planner, no designer, and only my student Sahasrabudhe was the builder. But this has a message of what science and spirituality stands for. ये अध्यात्म की बाजू है, साइंस की बाजू इधर है, ये अध्यात्म है इधर. और उस पर चर्चा चल रही है आज संत ज्ञानेश्वर हॉल में रामकृष्ण के मुख से. तो उनके लिए जरा दे दो. बड़ी लंबी कहानी है. मुझे खुशी है कि वेरी विद्वान तो बहुत है भाई दुनिया में, पंडित भी बहुत है, प्रोफेसर्स है, डायरेक्टर्स है, डॉक्टर्स है, but the man who has understood the essence and philosophy behind about the universe and its mechanism, how it operates, and unless you do understand this aspect, but with that passion and fire in the belly, ईगो नहीं, गर्व नहीं, मत करो भाई. गर्व हो गया तो सब कुछ खत्म हो जाता है. So very simple words. I am really grateful. I am trying to really think of my commitment at Alandi. Otherwise, sometime we will have a discussion. We will have some people together. I am grateful to you. Thank you so much. I have a book in my hand, Great Sufi Wisdom, Baba Bulle Shah from Pakistan. I had the fortune of visiting Pakistan only once with the great lady, Gandhian lady, the follower of the Vinobaji Bhave. We were 27 people who visited Pakistan, and that time I had the fortune of purchasing this book, only one book. Can you believe? ये मूर्ति मानते नहीं. आपको तो मालूम है, पठान बैठा है सामने, ये तो क्या मानता है मुझे पता नहीं. उसको तो चारों तरफ अल्लाह ही अल्लाह दिखाई देता है, राम दिखाई देता है, रहीम दिखाई देता है, जीसस दिखाई देता है. भेद नहीं दिखता. No difference at all. I had purchased this book. This book says, one alif is all you really need. Forget the pride in your knowledge. Oh my friend, you read and write heaps of books. Sacred books are piled up all around you. Surrounded by light, you carry darkness within you. You have no self-knowledge at all. आत्मा का परिचय नहीं हुआ, पहचान नहीं हुई भी. कहाँ से आए हो, क्या करना है और कहाँ जाना है. Realization of the self, वही भाषा है. Your vast amount of reading has made you Sheikh Masiha. You eat excessively and sleep profoundly. When the time of death arrives, you weep and cry very bitterly. All this repentance is in vain then. You drown in the middle of the river, neither reaching one bank or the other. You are drowned under the huge weight of your own sins. ये इस्लामिक स्कॉलर है. सूफी संत हैं। भगवद गीता का वचन, बाइबल का लव एंड कंपैशन का वचन, all the religious scriptures are nothing but life guiding scriptures. They are the life guiding scriptures. And in Quran भी कहा है, मातृ, अपने हिंदू में बोलते हैं मातृदेवो भव, पितृदेवो भव, आचार्य देवो भव, अतिथि देवो भव। इस्लाम में कहा जाता है कि माँ के पाँव के तले जन्नत होती है। जन्नत का मकसद है स्वर्ग, वो माँ के पाँव के तले होता है। दूसरा शब्द है रिमेंबर, बाप जन्नत का दरवाज़ा होता है। क्या भेद है बोलो तो ही? क्रिश्चियनिटी बोलो लव एंड कंपैशन, ओनली 2 words. बुद्धा पंचशील, द प्रसायदान ऑफ ज्ञानेश्वरा एंड द पंचशील ऑफ तथागत गौतम बुद्धा, साथ में चले तो दुनिया में शांति आएगी। We are talking about peace, promoting culture of peace, trying to understand essence and philosophy of world religions. And all the religions are true and equal. Very important sentences. And when we see the dome, कहाँ से पैसा आया भाई? किसने पैसा दिया? मेरा है क्या वो? ये तो समाज का है, अभी जब भी करते हैं तो. But when it emerges as a spiritually oriented scientific laboratory, अध्यात्म शास्त्र की वैज्ञानिक प्रयोगशाला, ये कैसे नाम बना, स्ट्रक्चर कैसे बना, ये जो बना है किसने बनाया? सुबह पहली फर्स्ट पार्लियामेंट वाज हेल्ड इन दिस हॉल एंड अर्ली मॉर्निंग in the dawn of at about 4 o'clock, the sweeping and cleaning the floor was going on, and we had no pendal at all. But the first parliament, when 700 delegates, men of science, religion, philosophy, spirituality, from China to Russia to America, all nations of the whole world, because of my teacher, Dr. Surendra Barlinge sir, who was an atheist. He never believed in God at all, this concept. And see the beauty from that time to till today, we have been trying to understand. And the first book which was published at the time, In Quest of Universal Peace, the first parliament, In Quest of Universal Peace, and now we are now on the pathway of world peace. दिखाई देता है. You see a light, but there is some invisible force and energy from behind which is trying to show the pathway. And that is what education stands for. That is what science, spirituality and religion stands for. Thank you once again for him.
Thank you very much. Coming to the end of this session, may I request Professor Milind Patre sir to propose the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Professor Burdula. We are coming to the end of the day 2, and what a pleasure it was that Dr. Ramakrishna spoke about science, spirituality, and the religious scriptures. Friends, they say that you dig deeper into science and you arrive at spiritual truths. And you dig deeper into spiritual truths and you find out the scientific basis for that. So where is the difference? Science is spirituality and spirituality science when we dig deeper. And hence one sage said, I am that, you are that, all this is that, and that's all there is. And so everything, what Ramakrishna spoke is all about non-dual consciousness. Most of the times we hear about Advait, but Indian philosophy we truly do not understand really by just words. They said Advait, not two. They did not say not many, they say not two. दो भी नहीं है, मैं और वो भी नहीं है, एक ही है. It's only oneness. Oneness तो अभी अभी आया है, लेकिन what penetrative minds they were, they said not two, Advait. और आज जो बात की रामकृष्ण, Dr. Ramakrishna Bhatt, इन्होंने, it all talked about Advait. So thank you very much, Professor Dr. Ramakrishna, a very decorated scientist from the ISER Pune, and he spoke about what Karad sir loves the most. Revered Karad sir always talks about that equation But I think Albert Einstein's equation of E equal to mc square is not complete without adding this part ohm tends to E equal to mc square. No other scientist, no other educationist in the whole humanity has ever come to this confluence of science and spirituality. What Karad sir has ultimately said, that yes, the whole cosmic energy, that is the ohm, and that is the whole mass and energy equation. So thank you very much for this. I am so much thankful to Dr. Rahul V. Karad sir for gracing this occasion. Thank you so much, sir. I am thankful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Chitnis sir. I am thankful to Dr. Sunil Pimplikar ji. He is there for the entire 29th 28th Endowment Lecture Series. He witnessed that this hall was there, and he witnessed the hall being prepared. And this is his last Endowment Lecture Series because he is going to be retired next month. And so we can also clap for him, that Sunil Pimplikar, he so contributed for this, entire workshops up till now. I'm thankful to the entire audience. I'm thankful to all the faculty members, staff, Dr. Pathan sir, everyone. And we will conclude this session with the universal anthem, Pasaidan. But before that, Professor Mrudula will declare about tomorrow's 3 sessions, and then we will end with Pasaidan. Thank you.
Tomorrow again we will start at 7 o'clock.
About Sunil Pimplikar. He is the first teacher of this college since MIT was established, and he had a very unique idea in civil engineering, Nirmiti, creation. Creation, nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. Even though we know it, but he has been a very sincere, honest teacher. For him, we will have a special program, but still, once again, give him the big clap. Very sincere teacher.
Tomorrow again we will start at 7 o'clock sharp for the yoga session. After that, at 8:30, our first session, followed by the second session and the afternoon session. So you are all requested to be in time 5 minutes before the time and observe complete silence during all the sessions. You have been very patient and you have been enjoying this series very efficiently and enjoying this entire endowment lecture series. Thus, we are expecting the same thing tomorrow. While ending this session, may I request all of you to rise in your seat, fold your hands for Pasaidan. Close your eyes, please.
आता विश्वात्मके देवे येने वाग्यज्ञे सोषावे सोषोन्मजजावे पसायदानहे जे खळांती व्यंकटी सांडो तया सत्कर्मी रतिवाढ भूता परस्परे पडो मैत्र जीवांचे दुरिताते तिमिरदा विश्वस्वधर्म सूर्ये पाहो जो देवांशील तो तेलाहो प्राणी जात वर्षत सकळ मंगळी ईश्वर निष्ठांची मांदियाळी अनवरत भूमंडळी भेट तू भूता चला कल्पतरूंचे आरव, चेतना चिंतामणीचे गाव, बोलते जे अर्णव पियुषाचे, चंद्रमे जे अलांछन, मार्तंड देता पहिन, ते सर्वाही सदा सज्जन, सोय रे हो तू, किंबहुना सर्व सुखी पूर्ण होनिसिही लोकी, भजिजो आदि पुरुषी अखंडित, आणि ग्रंथोपजीविये विशेषी लोकीये, दृष्टादृष्ट विजये हो